Hi, I'm Mark Brace, Senior Analyst at Osprey Flight Solutions with this week's update. Continued growth in national COVID-19 infection rates has prompted the extension and expansion of lockdown measures in numerous countries, as many regions brace themselves for the return of children to schools, potentially acting as a vector for the spread of the disease. At the same time, other nations have seen the rolling back of some restrictions, with wide variations between and within regions. Governments across the world have continued the regular tweaking and amending of safe travel destinations and quarantine requirements for those returning home. This is continuing on at least a weekly basis in many countries, particularly in Europe, where the EU is also making concerted efforts to coordinate and standardise thresholds and restrictions across member states. There's been an interesting development in China, where the CAAC has indicated that experimental vaccines will be rolled out to aviation industry workers, including airline and airport staff, before they pass clinical trials. The authorities claim this will help control the further spread of the virus in autumn and winter, but it risks unforeseen complications due to the potential side effects. From a conflict zone perspective, we've been covering the continued weaponised drone attacks by Yemen-based Houthi rebels targeting southwest Saudi Arabia. Saudi-led coalition downings of these drones have become an almost daily occurrence. Indeed, there were two more in the early hours of this morning, marking the 7th and 8th in the past week, this time targeting Najran. The actual locations of the shootdowns have not been revealed. On the 8th and 9th of September, the Houthis claim to have targeted Abha airport in Asir province. There's been no evidence of any significant disruption, although on at least one occasion, open source flight tracking data indicated some limited disruption may have resulted. On the 8th of September, the US FAA extended its special federal aviation regulation for North Korean airspace, warned of unannounced weapons tests through to September 2023. Germany also extended their NOTAM for the same airspace yesterday for a further 3 months. Of note, satellite imagery in recent days shows indications of the possible preparation for a submarine-launched ballistic missile test into the Sea of Japan from a site in Sinpo. Earlier this week, we issued an alert highlighting the alleged poisoning of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, following the German government's confirmation of what they called unequivocal proof that he was poisoned using a Novichok nerve agent. Navalny was taken ill on a commercial flight between Tomsk and Moscow on the 20th of August, and his team claimed he was likely poisoned via a cup of tea that he drank at Tomsk airport prior to the flight. Whilst this can't be confirmed, it highlights concerns over the presence of CBRN substances in the aviation setting and calls to mind the assassination of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's half-brother Kim Jong-nam using VX nerve agent at Kuala Lumpur airport in 2017, and particularly the potential for others in the vicinity of such substances to be affected, as was demonstrated by a Novichok attack by Russian agents in Salisbury in the UK in 2018. However, there's been no indication as yet of anyone else being affected in the Navalny case. That's it till next week. Please register for LinkedIn updates and for our free platform, Osprey Open. Thanks.